Whew. It's been so long since I filmed, so I'm just like, how do I do this again? This is Peace, the Gypsy, checking in from Colombia. Yes, I'm in Colombia, and I've actually been here for quite some time, almost 3 months now. But I figured I would just fill you guys in. The last time you guys saw me, I was living in Costa Rica. So first things first, when you guys hear me pronounce the name of the city, it's gonna sound differently, okay? So most of you know the city as Medellin, and the two L's are pronounced as a Y. However, the locals pronounce it as Medellin. So when you hear me say it, I'm gonna pronounce it the way the locals pronounce it because I feel like that's more correct. Now I'm in a town called Envigado, and it is absolutely beautiful. Like, I keep looking this way because I'm looking outside as I talk to you guys. But yeah, I just see like loads of trees, like other apartments. I can see the mountains. Obviously there's street noise, there's always gonna be street noise, but me being from Atlanta, I don't mind street noise at all. These are the strange things I've noticed my first 3 months living in Colombia. The first one is most of the toilets don't have seats. It's like the strangest thing. When I lived in China, you would just literally pee and poop into like a hole in the floor. But this is strange to me because they have the actual toilets, but no seats on them. Now, I don't sit on public toilets, but when you squat, it's like you really have to be extra careful because you could really just fall into the toilet. Like, the only time you see seats on toilets is in like a residential place. Like, obviously my toilets have seats on them. Really fancy establishments. So actually the very first thing I noticed when I got here was everyone sits in the front passenger seat in Ubers and taxis. And I just found that so bizarre. Like, not only because of the pandemic, but just because when I briefly drove for Uber, gosh, back in like 2017 or something, it's just more comforting to have your own personal space up front and then have your passengers sit in the back. But here there's no personal space. Like, most of them are stick shifts, so like if your arm is like over even just the slightest outside of your seat, you feel them doing like this with a stick shift and your arms rubbing up against you and stuff. And you're like, we got really intimate. We're getting really intimate out here with these drivers. I can pass, like, everyone thinks I'm Colombian, so I can literally pass for Colombian, and it's not until like they hear me speak, which my Spanish is improving, but I always like give them a disclaimer that like I'm learning still, so they don't like just you know, because they talk fast out here. Like, I mean, they also have all this extra slang that you have to learn. So it's like, whoa, okay. For example, you know, most places like Mexico, they say que pasa. A lot of places like Peru, they say que tal. And here, they say que más. So if you don't realize that that's a greeting, you think that someone's asking you like, what more? What more do you want? And you're like, what? No que más, like, what's up, you know? So in Medellin, it is like the prostitution capital of Latin America. So what happens is many foreign men come to Medellin to get all these beautiful, beautiful Colombian ladies. As an American woman in Colombia, I would never know about this experience because it's not part of, like, I have no frame of reference. You know, it's not part of my experience. But some like foreign guys shared with me what the experience is to like pick up women here, and I was just like, I was a little bit offended, I think, just as a woman, because they revealed to me that like basically each town has like its own, I'll type in the word since I can't remember what the word is, but anyway, each town has its own insert word that I can't think of here. The foreign guy comes to this place and all the women come down and they get to choose which woman they want. And get this, it's $17. Like the conversion from Colombian pesos to dollars is like $17 to sleep with this woman. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against prostitution. Like, I mean, when it's legal, right? Like, it's a business, right? But the way I see it is, if you're gonna like, go big or go home, basically is how I see it. It's like, if you're gonna be selling your body, like, I feel like it should be for a lot more. $17? Especially when you look that good. It's like, no ma'am, no sir. Fireworks, all the time, fireworks, fireworks. It's slowed down now, but the whole month of December, if you plan to go to Colombia in the month of December, just be prepared to hear fireworks all day and all night. Like, it was just like, another thing I noticed, make sure when you're walking around, you're looking down when you walk, because they do not clean up after their dogs here. So the next thing is dog shit. You will more than likely step in dog shit at some point, because they do not clean up after their dogs. So another interesting thing here is that you can actually drink the tap water. Now, if you're someone like me who's super hesitant because you've lived in certain cities in the United States where you could not drink the water, I lived in New Orleans for a year and a half, I would not dare. But here, the tap water actually comes from the springs, like off of the mountains. So the tap water is like considered some of the best tap water in the world. Another interesting thing is when you go places here, they will ask you when you use your card if you want to pay in installments. And the first time someone asked me that, obviously in Spanish, I didn't know what was going on. But come to find out that that is a very normal thing here. When you use your card, they will ask you how many installments. I always say one, because I'd rather you just swipe that thing and be done with it. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Leave a comment if you would like to suggest any kind of videos about Colombia. Give me a thumbs up if you would like me to do a dating in Colombia video. Hope you're doing well, and I will see you later.